One final shot. They'll look to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Today's final score, Panthers.
This obviously was not the way this franchise was hoping their season opener would go.
Not at all. And top to bottom, this team just wasn't ready to play. Yeah, it was fun to see one of the game's best players back on the field, but you know as well as I do, all that matters in this league.
They don't know my name, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
I was pleased with how I played, and it felt like Coach's confidence was returning also. I really believed we had a decent chance of turning the season around.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a special New Year's Day edition of the nfL on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control.
It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
O.J. Howard.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. He'll drop to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Leads to second and goal.
They'll roll him out right. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is third and goal. He may try and run for this.
Quarterback on the keeper.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
Chris Godwin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message, and the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, look, the game between college and the NFL continues to creep closer, but that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you snap the ball from the 3-yard line, maybe whether it's going for 1 or going for 2. So it makes sense to try it that way, maybe fake it. In this case, from the 15, makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Gurley, the ball carrier.
The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 13 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's White. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Pushing his way through. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
Complete.
It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So, Charles, you think about this ball game, really, the stakes are a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Jones into dropping behind the line for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This offense converted once already in this 1st quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Now back to throw. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Well, it was 4th down, so there was pressure to begin with, and then you make a one-handed catch like that. What a play.
Just when you thought your blood pressure couldn't get any higher after having called for it on 4th down, you see a one-handed catch being attempted. I'm sure it spiked at that point for all the guys on that side of the field, and instead they get a chance to celebrate. What a tremendous catch, bringing it down for the touchdown.
The kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After the sack on 1st down, White throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down.
And 16.
From the shotgun, here's White. Now pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
This is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2 seconds to go, 1st quarter. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Two seconds to go, 1st quarter. Throwing again. Walden. It's caught inside the 25. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
13. Falcons 7.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Able to push his way through. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 13.
They'll set up a throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And he connects with Ertz. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. That took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I'm telling my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, White. His throw is going to be incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Operating from the gun. White. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Almost out-kicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to...
And this is caught at the 20. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And Evans pulls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Keeps the score. Buccaneers
should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The quarterback sacked.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain it? That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Pass him to Godwin. Reach the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Will bump the lead up to 26. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now White with a 1st down throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Here's White. A final shot before break. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he is going to have a Falcons Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. On first down, it's White. Looking sideline, incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. Airing this one out front, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 75 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
For the extra point.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, White. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They run. It's Gurley. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Todd Gurley, the ball.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Operating from the gun. White firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they'll be faced with a third and inches. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Is good. Makes the score Buccaneers 40.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Well, he shifts past him, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right? And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll drop the throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Mike Evans. 26 yards. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about being a team.
He's got the lead, and there he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Johnson, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Airing this one out for Evans. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
And 10 yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And now in Atlanta. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, White will drop this underneath to Gurley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And the Falcons are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
The tackle made by B.J. Hill.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
White looks to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
White now. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
White from the gun. He'll throw. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. Looking, and got his man, complete. Good move, and he's into the clear. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Tampa Bay.
Zach Ertz, 93 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
From the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, White. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Morgan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 20.
To throw is White. Operating from the gun.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Left side, it's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 10 more there and another 1st down.
First down.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Complete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Operating from the gun. Right, back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Was looking for Ridley again, but now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
From the gun, White. And this is going to be intercepted. Well, it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Final score, Buccaneers.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole.
As you'd imagine, the locker room was hyped after that game. Look, I had plenty of tough moments in my career, but fortunately, I had a lot of great ones too. And I have to say, this was one of the better moments of my whole career. Thinking back on it now, it didn't matter what happened the rest of the season. Yeah, we lost in the playoffs to a team that was absolutely stacked with talent, but that one moment was one of the best in my entire life. One piece of advice I always give the young players coming into the NFL is not to take the end-of-year awards for granted. Between the star power on hand and the amazing history of the league, it is an honor to be there. I took the time to rest up and get ready for the next season. I tried to focus on getting my mind and body right, you know? And I needed it for what came next.
That was a comeback for the ages, and it was a treat to watch.
It was one of those situations where when you've been around long enough, you just start to see the game differently. It's almost like everything slows down around you. One moment that really stood out was my first time on Rich Eisen's show.
My next guest needs no introduction. Some of you may know him as the reigning NFL MVP. Others may know him as one half of everyone's favorite duo, the Heartbreak Kids. But I know you as someone entirely different. Isn't that right, Shoeless? Tell everyone at home how I single-handedly saved your career.
Yeah, that's right. You absolutely saved me at the Combine by letting me wear your Run Rich Run cleats.
Which I still haven't gotten back, by the way.
You know, it's funny you mention that.
Oh, my beautiful babies. What did he do to you?
Well, I didn't know how to get them back to you, and they did kind of help me get drafted in a roundabout way, so they became my lucky practice cleats.
So much for asking for those back.
Yeah, you know what? I felt terrible about that, so I figured I'd make it up to you.
What do you have here? Oh my goodness. These are amazing.
Those are custom Heartbreak Kid 3s. They're cleats, and there's only 4 guys that have them. Those are guaranteed to get you a sub-5 40 time.
This is the greatest day of my life. Thank you so much for these. Oh, geez. I've been so wrapped in the great Combine cleat caper, I forgot we have a surprise for you today as well. Someone wants to say hello.
What up, player? Peep this. On behalf of EA Sports and the Madden community, I want to be the first to welcome you to the Madden family as this year's cover athlete. Ooh, wait!
What? That is crazy. We grew up playing Madden, so this is unbelievable. And so cool as Snoop and the rest of EA.
It's in the game.
Yeah, I'm in the
There
game.
you are.
Okay, let's get real now. I gotta ask, are you worried about the Madden cover curse?
The cover curse? Honestly, I think the biggest drawback is gonna be all the guys thinking they're gonna get a free copy of Madden.
Stay tuned. There's more to come with our newest Madden cover athlete.
Hey, they look good on you.
Thinking back, what part of the process did you enjoy the most?
The crowds went totally wild when all of us stepped out of the tunnel and onto the field. Talk about a major adrenaline rush. It was just after camp, and Coach called me in to talk about the preseason games. I didn't think anything of it at the time. It was the first of many moments that would eventually snowball into something much bigger.
Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Now we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does. And you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one goes for 30 yards.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They'll look to throw again. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
35-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Pass on target. Prescott to Cooper. There he goes. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 49 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Jalen Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Cowboy ball carrier.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And his pass incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 7.
Prescott to throw it. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Got a man at It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 42 yards. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
Qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
At the 47-yard line.
A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll find Aguara complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Powerful running. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 37.
Devin White on the tackle.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Through one corner, 14-7 our score.
With the score, Cowboys 14, Buccaneers 7.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Bell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
And the Cowboy 1st down.
Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Prescott from the gun. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Aguara. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. A 1st down throw for Prescott. That's complete, right around the 8.
Prescott.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. On 2nd down. It's Elliott, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So, Charles, this the second week of action here in the preseason. It's a time where, talking heads like you and me start making our predictions for Super Bowl favorites in this upcoming campaign. And I tell you, there have been a good many folks who think that this team and this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. They'll set up a throw. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth.
For Mike Evans.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They'll look to throw here on first down. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup there. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Zach Ertz as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He'll let one go deep for Howard. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Graves. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 11 yards there. First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
throwing on first down. Graves. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Graves pass.
A big play there. 77 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So out come the Bucs now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to air one out. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Bradley Kenyon, the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Cowboys take over first and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and 10. From the gun, Graves throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Operating from the gun, Graves firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Graves on the move to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They were looking for Johnson that time. second down. Here's Hurts. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Sets up first down, and
suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Back now in Tampa. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They'll try again with Drake. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, it's Drake. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Makes the score Cowboys 31.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
20-yard line.
He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
First down.
A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is holding strong, but they're going to need one more stop, maybe 2 more stops. And where the ball is on the field, the offensive playbook remains wide open. They've got to be alert for anything.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. And the field goal ties it, but you're down here knocking on the door. What are you doing?
Did you hear the way you just said that?
Kind of.
Yeah.
With hesitance?
Yes, that means you don't want to kick the field goal, and I don't think they do either. They need to go ahead and get these points now and get an advantage and not tie it up. It'll feel like a big disappointment if they just kick the field goal right here.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard there to make the grab. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And he's got it up and through.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Sliding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A loss of 3 yards.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Pass. Complete to...
It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Okay, 51,
They go play action with Hurts. Flush to his right. Looking for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Hurts on the keeper.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Graves. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Bradley Kenyon to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential to score. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw again. Graves over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Graves.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. But it's going to be second down.
It's second down and 10.
Throwing again. Graves. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Graves pass. Tonight's
a big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
With one solid performance to kick things off, the press wanted to know if and how we could keep that up. But it was still the preseason. Little did I know the impact my answer would have down the road.